lá então.
All right, AI. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Splendid effort in the recent games, huh? Appreciate it, Spinelli. I appreciate your effort, sir.
Man, Shaq, how you keep getting in my place, man? I told Spinelli not to let you in anymore.
Who?
The
The question is not how I got to your place, it's why I'm at your place. And why am I eating barbecue chicken on your couch?
That's a good question. Why are you eating barbecue chicken on my couch?
You don't know the answer. This is the opponent, man. Every time you see an opponent, you just say to yourself, barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert, and you eat them.
You eat your opponent like
Eat
barb.
them.
Okay.
And then you lick your fingers, so you let them know. You barbecue chicken to me.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I feel what you're saying. So what? So I just take
If
a piece of...
you don't get your hands away from my barbecue chicken, this is mine. Go get your own. Go out there. Win us a championship.
Yeah, let me go
And
do
remember,
that.
barbecue chicken alert.
Hey,
Barbecue
man.
chicken alert.
At least bring...
Shh. Barbecue chicken alert.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, it's been all about winning games right now. 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. And tonight, 2 teams that love to get in transition. Shaq, talk about successfully running the break.
Well, I'm not a guard, but I have led the break before. And what you need to do, you got to keep your eyes ahead, have to see the whole floor. You got to be willing to make that extra pass, Ernie.
Wow, you talk like a guard.
Yeah.
You were like a point guard up there.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, man. But don't force things. That's the other part. You know, just make the easy play. And if it's not there, slow it down. Set up your half-court offense, and then get it into the big guy if you have one.
But don't you want to get the crowd on its feet? Don't you want to make that play that gets the whole arena up?
Yes, you know what they used to call me, Ernie?
What's that?
Shaq Johnson.
Wow. Because he was like magic, but he was Shaq.
I get it, Kenny.
Oh,
I get it.
sometimes you don't.
Not that dense. Shaq Johnson.
joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. Well, looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Phoenix coming out with the win against the San Antonio Spurs. That win, of course, breaking the tie in this season series. They lead 2-1.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Doris. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through the February, March. Doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results, what you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Ayton is out there with Warren, and it's Edwards in at point. Here is Edwards, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Gets it to... go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
Take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week. Lights out.
And the way that he has been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Now here's Gay. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Knocks it loose. Aldridge kicks to Young. 6 to shoot. Aldridge with a screen on Edwards. Young with the ball. Now defended by Edwards. Shots good from Young.
Yeah, you gotta respect the range Young possesses. They're able to punish you from beyond the arc.
Edwards passes to Ayton. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Ayton's got his first bucket in this one.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Now, here is Young. 23 points for him the last game against Washington.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that hype around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
Young. Here's Gasol. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
13 feet away, and that one's good, Ayton.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
San Antonio shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Edwards can't hit.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Young outside. Aldridge a screen. Back to Gay. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
And it takes an army to stop Gay when he's that deep. Love watching him finish over the contested arms of the deep.
Edwards inside. He's against Young. Warren kicks to Edwards. Over Young. Off the left rim and out.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Now, here's Gay. Aldridge with it. Now defended by Warren. DeRozan passes to Gasol. From 10 feet out, doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Booker kicks to Edwards. Back to Booker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk to Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, this continues to be a challenging matchup for them. They've only won one out of their first 3 games against this team. He said one of the hurdles has to be overcoming the shot blockers inside. He said it's pretty easy to get it sent back in your face if you keep your head down. You have to drive the lane, but with awareness. You need to react to the defense and exploit them when they commit early. Kevin?
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
No, it's so true, Greg, because make a mistake, and this team will capitalize. They need to keep a tight handle on the basketball and limit their turnovers.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Phoenix also making some changes. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Warren, and it's Bridges in for Booker. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
And the Suns miss again.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy. He's lost his feel a little bit.
Here's Young. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
He has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking...
Nabbing another steal.
His march towards history continues with that steal.
Well, Greg, now he is tied for the most steals in a season. You can't begin to describe his impact on defense.
And we know just how big steal number 301 is. Ties him for the most ever in a season and illustrates how incredible his defensive presence has been this year.
Spurs leading by 6. Kicks it to Poeltl. And Young, here we go. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
An impressive player, skilled at breaking the defense down and just knifing his way through the defense.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
How about Jakob Poeltl, the Austrian center? This guy has forced his way into the rotation and a key part of what his team is doing. There is size and work ethic from the former Ute.
The Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Suns. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Doris, even with Pirtle's size, perhaps his best attribute is his awareness.
You know what I love about him, Kevin, is he doesn't give up on plays. He's willing to crash the glass, and he's got soft hands and can finish and slip into space on the offensive end.
Got a hand on it. Bridges against Walker. Reza passes to Bridges. The short one's on the money. Bridges has got his first points of the night.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as
he swipes the ball away again.
And remember that steal, folks. History has been made.
GA, he now stands #1 all time for most steals in a season. A simply sensational year.
Every game he's come up with steal after steal, and now he owns the top spot on the steals list all time, wiping out the previous record of 301 set back in 1986. And here on the road, he's playing the villain role to perfection, robbing and stealing with reckless abandon.
Like he's done all season, one of the best pickpockets in league history.
This has been an historic season for one of the most disruptive defenders in the league. Just peerless instinct for picking the pocket and the rock.
Daniels is checked in. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Phoenix. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And checking out San Antonio, just way behind.
And you know, for the Spurs, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And he hits it to tie the game up. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you've got good offense, this is your game.
And here are the Suns now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Ariza, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ariza's got his second bucket of the game to go. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Bertans kicks to Young. San Antonio again missing. To the left wing. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And he banks in the layup. Young's got 11 points.
Just a forceful finisher. You can tell Young welcomes the challenge. Taking the hit, yet still able to convert.
Edwards, that's good.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
We'll return shortly. DeMar DeRozan last season opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy. And that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened the dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Through that first one, they turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
They've got Bellinelli. Young is out there with Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the shooting guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Lakers was phenomenal. He ended up with 47 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
Well, Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other...
And Anderson has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Edwards. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Daniels, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
It's good on the putback. Pirtle's got his first basket of the night.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Anderson with the screen for Ariza. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. Ariza's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Without question, lights out displaying his skills today.
He's flat giving it to him right now, and this timeout is critical if they're going to stop his momentum. I think you've got to make some major defensive adjustments.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Pirtle. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Bertans. Rudy Gay's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. Phoenix also making some changes. Warren's checked in for Chandler. Jackson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Booker in for Daniels. Over in the corner, Warren. Misses the three. Spurs trail by 8. And it's lights out with the foul. That's his first foul. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Young. And a change for the Suns. Ayton's checked in. Here's Gay. That one, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Edwards passes to Ayton. Over Gasol. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Ayton's got his 3rd bucket of the night. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Jazz, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
DeRozan on the wing, defended by Booker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
You know, Kevin, to me, one of the real pleasurable aspects of watching DeMar DeRozan work, this guy's footwork is something he's developed, and it's on point.
And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
Well, this goes to a philosophy shift from DeMar DeRozan. He has finally said, okay, I need to make the three a more significant piece of what I do.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Spurs leading by just one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Pop. What do you need from the second unit in the second half?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll all find out together. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been one outstanding game from lights out.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
Setting the floor for the Suns. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Warren is out there with Ayton. And it's Edwards in at the one spot. Ayton. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris. Does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Pass to Booker. Jackson, a screen on DeRozan. And Booker kicks to Edwards. Inside, here's Ayton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ayton's got 16.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, D.A. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Edwards passes to Jackson. The teardrop falls in. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
When you think about an ideal transition player, Josh Jackson pops into your mind. How about that? Woo!
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Young with no one around. The three-pointer no good. The Suns leading. Pass to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Jackson. Jackson off the pick from Edwards. 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's now 26 points for lights out. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Young. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
There's just no stopping Young when he's hitting like this. The basket just seems as big as the ocean to him.
Edwards passes to Ayton. And here's Edwards. Another three for Phoenix.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Well, it is all about the three ball nowadays in the NBA. And when he's hitting from there, it's going to make things very tough on the defense.
And Young kicks to Aldridge. Here's Booker. Here's Ayton. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
DeRozan passes to Young. Rejected by Edwards. And they're pushing it up. Ring shot on the way. That's good from Booker on the assist by Warren. And now a 9-point Suns lead. San Antonio calls timeout. You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bellinelli in for Rudy Gay. And for the Suns, Anderson, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. Ariza comes in for Jackson. And it's Troy Daniels in for Booker.
And that's a case where DeMar DeRozan's teammates benefiting from him being a willing distributor. This is a very team-first guy.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Bellinelli. There's a good screen down low. And with that shot, the Suns lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Bertans.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Edwards passes to Ayton. Kicks it out to Ariza. Right wing. Edwards against Young. Edwards with the screen. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. Fires the three. Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Spurs trail by 9. Here's Poeltl. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Bertans. He's covered by Anderson. And Young kicks to Bellinelli. They They set the pick. The pass to Purtle. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Purtle's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Kev, the hand in the face does nothing to distract Jakob Purtle. How about the size, the strength? It's going to be hard to block this guy's shot.
Edwards passes to Ayton. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Spurs trail by 12. 1:06 left to play in the third. Purtle sets the pick for DeRozan. Over Ariza. DeRozan's shot is off. The Suns shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Ariza kicks to Edwards. Another three for Phoenix.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to DeRozan. Fades away. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Young against Edwards. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Ariza. Anderson outside. Tries again. Ayton kicks to Edwards. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 44.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Can't forget about the boards. If we don't go to bodies, they're going to be at the rim all night.
And pretty unsurprising there, Greg Popovich reminding his guys to block out, play fundamental basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at everything else. You have to finish the defense. It would be a crime to give up those extra possessions.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for San Antonio. They've got Young. Purtle is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Bertsinus in at the 4.
The sweet ball handling skills of Young. He just enjoys busting out a move there from time to time.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. That free throw good from Edwards. San Antonio with the ball. 19-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I tell you, they better work out harder on the defensive end to box him out. He's going to live on those second chances.
Walker, the pass to Young. Over Edwards. That's tipped, but he recovers it. And Young kicks to Aldridge. Shoots over Holmes. Aldridge misses. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Aldridge a screen. Walker the pass to Young. Holmes with the steal. It's tipped. Young with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And he overshot that one, missing. Ariza has the open look. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
To end the run, and Walker with the layup.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Edwards passes to Chandler. Jacks up a 3, and got it! Another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And Young kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Walker. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Kicks it out to Ariza. Chandler with the screen on Bellinelli. And the pass to Edwards. Back to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Edwards can't hit. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Walker dishes to Aldridge. Here's Young. Sweet little floater. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Edwards passes to Chandler. Rebound, San Antonio.
And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up to the paint. And it's Ariza in the corner. Holmes, that's a screen. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Pirtle. Cunningham comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Young. And a change for the Suns. Warren's checked in. Out to White. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Here's Edwards. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Cunningham. Gay comes in for Walker. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Young is subbed in for White. Phoenix also making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Chandler. Visa comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Booker in for Bridges. Booker in the corner. It's stolen by DeRozan. Young against Edwards. And it's lights out with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. Think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
The kick out to Young. Off target with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Warren on the wing. A minute 50 left in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Edwards. Over Young. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. And Young, here we go.
How about the intensity on these drives, guys? And Young wants to tear the rim off these jams. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lights Out.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
Feeds to Ayton. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Gasol. Here's Gay. Rebound by the Suns. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Edwards passes to Ayton. Out left to the wing. Connects again from distance.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Aldridge is screened. Here's Gay. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin. Congratulations on an amazing defensive performance. You are now the single season leader in steals. What has driven you all this way?
Well, you know, I love being a stopper, DA. You give me the toughest assignment every night. I want to be that shutdown guy. You know, I want that, and I want our fans to appreciate it, and I'm going to give them what they expect.
Well, they have a lot to cheer about this season because of your accomplishments. Congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You